You look crazy. Hey, you guys. Whoever sees this, like, you'll see it. I just wanted to come on here and talk because, like, I'm very upset. Also, I feel like I want to share this. Let me see if I can share this, you guys, real quick. Wait one moment. All right. Am I back on here? All right. Am I back on here? I don't see the numbers moving. Okay, the number is back moving. All right. So I'm back on here. I just had to share so everyone knows that I'm live right now. You guys, it is so crazy what is happening right now. It really is. Um, but I love to see that people are finally waking up. I really do. I like to see it. Like, I think people have waken up from wokeness and stuff like that, but now we're really going to get into the nitty gritty of politics now. I need like my brush. Like I look like a fucking, I don't look good. Okay. Jeez Louises. I don't know what's going on with me. Like everyone's finally now waking up to like the nitty gritty of everything. You know, like seeing Bibi Netanyahu come to a White House, right? We have Donald Trump back in office, right? Everyone is, happy. The normies are really happy. They're saying that he's going to like, have straws back, which I feel like we have straws now. Like we have plastic straws now. There's nowhere I've been to recently that doesn't have plastic straws. So why the fuck are we overturning that we can't have plastic straws when most of these businesses have plastic straws? Okay, like men are being, barred from being in sports with women. Okay, like I it I see like there are these like little wins that's happening right now um when it comes to like the combating wokeness and the social issues, you know what I mean? Like that's fine, but dude, the nitty gritty of everything else is so fucked. Like mass deportations is nothing. Okay, like I did a video just now for TikTok where they're manipulating Google searches to make you guys think that they're doing like way more mass deportations than what they really are. And they aren't doing a lot. They're lying. They're actually lying about them. And I'm going to be posting that on here too tomorrow. It's really sad. Like, the promises was mass deportations, and initially it was for like illegals period, but it's a targeted operation of violent criminals. They can't even do that, so we can't secure our border. Actually, we can't mass deport these people. um I don't even know how we're gonna get eggs back on the market. like because everywhere I go now, like there's no eggs actually. And if there are eggs, they are the low grade, low quality eggs that is basically killing us. That is fed with feed that is so disgusting for us. And we're getting this low quality meat, like this meat that is imported from overseas, God knows where. That's probably lab grown. Like who knows? Or chemically induced with hormones and stuff. Like it's crazy. I'm just like getting to the trickle down what's happening before I really get into nitty gritty. Um, we have mentally ill, like pieces of shit roaming around, stealing stuff. That should be put in mental asylums. Like, why hasn't he put an executive order to open up the mental asylums? I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that. It just crime is still on the rise. Like, there's so much going on, and we sit here and we see Donald Trump pushing Bibi Netanyahu's chair. And we sit here and we see Bibi Netanyahu get exactly what he wants. He still gets more foreign aid from us, whether it's in the form of weapons, form of money, we're still going to be sending money to Ukraine, despite he's saying that by April 23rd, I think he said he wants like a ceasefire with Ukraine and Russia. But this ceasefire has happened with Israel. Apparently, they're going to displace the Palestinians, move them from Gaza because like they have nowhere to go. You guys, they have nowhere to go. Like, duh, duh, they have nowhere to go. Duh, bitch. I mean, after you've bombed their churches, you've bombed their land, killed thousands upon thousands of children, women, and men. Now you want to take it for your own and actually rebuild Gaza, dude. I get it. Like in some instance, I get it. Like they actually don't have nowhere to go. They actually don't have nowhere to go. But in the same breath, Trump continues to say like, "Oh, this is gonna happen again. This is gonna happen again. It's gonna happen over and over again." Like if you listen to like that the interviews that they was given to Trump and Bibi Netanyahu, who's just sitting there with this that disgusting face of his. He said this is gonna happen again. It's heartbreaking that these people have nowhere to go and so much so much of their stuff is destroyed. But it's like yeah, why? For me, it's like no. For me, it's like why the fuck are you continuously supporting Israel then? Like, why are you not giving them like having an actual plan that they get to have, a two-state solution? Like, I'm not a part of the Palestine movement at all. I'm not because I think that is hijacked by disgusting pieces of shit leftists that I just don't agree with. The only thing I can agree with them on is yes, two-state solution and that we shouldn't be sending money overseas and we shouldn't be, condoning murder of anyone and calling them all terrorists. Um, my thing is with all of this is like, yeah, we should have a two-state solution. Like, let's actually establish a state for the Palestinian people. But Israel wouldn't go for that. They wouldn't go for that. Like, they won't have control over them. Like, you gotta understand that they have like all these choices and stuff like that. They can vote like we can, and that's not the case. Stop. It's not the case. And the thing is like they haven't voted since like what 2005, and that country is mostly like children. It's basically mostly children, which is insane. Like I don't even know how that can happen. A country like it's not even a country. It's a open air prison, mostly full of children. How does that even happen? I don't know. Like I guess like so many of their parents have like they birthed so many children, but yet their parents are being killed. Maybe that's what's happening. I mean, a lot of them I've heard are like they're under like starvation. They Israel doesn't allow certain types of foods to go into their to feed their population. Um, even their water's turned off, electricity's turned off. It's insane. It's due to Israel, but why doesn't Donald Trump says anything about that? I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't understand it. But yeah, you want to rebuild it. It's like rebuild it for what? And we'll own it. We'll own it. I see people like Ian Curl. He's out here like, yeah, like maybe that's a good thing because it's not like Trump isn't a Zionist. It's not like Trump isn't signing in hate speech laws. So we can't criticize Israel. So we can't criticize like a lot of these Jewish donors and billionaires and that supports these hate speech laws where Christians can't even talk about who killed Jesus. Many things like that. Like we can't protest in America, a foreign country. Like it's actually insane. But America, yeah, like that's a good idea. America should own Gaza. We should rebuild it. Give it to who? Give it back to who? You're gonna send these people all the way across Europe, all the way across to Europe. Egypt doesn't even want to take them in. Egypt doesn't even want to take them in because they want to preserve their population. They want to preserve their society the way it is. Israel's not going to take them in. They want to preserve their borders. They want to preserve their Iron Dome. They want to preserve their people and their society. I mean, why would they? They call them all terrorists anyway, right? But let's send them to the West. Let's send them to where all the white people are, right? The white people's already being bombarded by Muslims and, you know, like what, Africans and shit like that, and they're not they don't get the culture, the multicultural, oh my god, the multiculturalism of it all is, it's not meshing. And but let's preserve their society, right? Let's preserve their society. But let's fuck up the West even more. And you think that they're not going to send, they're already like, they're already talking about sending them here to America while we're already bombarded by illegal immigrants, which it seems like we're not even deporting those. We can't even deport violent illegal immigrants. We have to actually manipulate Google search, the Google search bar, to make you think that we're doing that. They're broadcasting like all these illegal immigrants being arrested on TV to make it seem like that this is happening. Like we're doing this in a mass deportation, and it's not true. We can't do anything that pertains to America First. He only gives you little bits of pieces of this and that, like here and there. You know what I mean? But nothing's is actually getting done. It's such weak sauce, you guys. It's such weak sauce. He can deport 1.9 million Palestinians out of a small Gaza Strip, but can do what, at least 2,000 a day here in America. Like you're just under like what? That is under like, I think now he's under like what, 2,000 a day, probably equal to like 800,000 by year, I think. I'm not good at math. We have the most disgusting school system. Like actually, can we actually abolish the Department of Education? Like, will that actually happen? How will we rebuild that? There's no talks about that either. It's a mess, you guys. It really is a mess. And as a person that does, like, I do read the Bible, I do believe in God, I do believe that Jesus is the Messiah. To have these people run our country like that don't believe in Jesus, that don't believe in Christian values, it's actually scary. Actually scary how we really defile our morals and defile God and doing the ethnic cleansing of these people. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. And no one's talking about it. The only person I've seen that actually had a really good stance on it was David Icke, Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes. But Ian Curl and all these different people, like even Andrew Tate and Ian Smith, like they said something like, "Oh, it's good." Like, yeah, he should. Like, it would prevent Israel from holding, like holding control over the land. I'm like, okay, but America isn't gonna do right by them. Like, you don't think they're just gonna give it to Israel, give it back to Israel, so they can control? Like, we can't control it forever. We can barely control what's happening here. So to me, it's crazy to see these people like flip flop. It really is. It's crazy to see these people flip flop and go along with this, and no one's questioning anything. No one's questioning anything. So I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. I think I do though. I think it's because our country is occupied. We're bribed. Like our congressmen are bribed. Senators are bribed. We have a Jewish lobby, which JFK he wanted to stop, and pronounce him as like a foreign agent. And Lyndon Johnson, after he was murdered, he written them in that yeah, they can lobby here. You know, they can lobby here. They can bribe our the people that we vote for to try to get this country together. But it seems as if that it's not going in our favor. It's not. You guys, you voted for someone that isn't on your side, that isn't America first, and isn't getting anything done. Like he said he was, and I this is why I didn't vote. This is exactly why I didn't vote. This is why I did the right thing. I really do feel like I did the right thing. We're in talks of talking about AI and implementing the juice that is going to detect cancers using mRNA technologies to do so with Oracle. They're trying to take away TikTok when many Americans, I mean, when you're not talking about politics and things like this, you're making a lot of money on that fucking platform. You have businesses that you're doing. And they're taking it because people are the ones who are talking, probably like me, is like, for anti-war and that is for the Palestine movement. They're talking, but Oracle, which Trump is inviting to, you know, be involved with the AI infrastructure bill and to spy on like civilians out there with artificial intelligent surveillance and policemen. Larry Ellison, he talks about this. Like, go on X right now. If you're watching this in the the rerun of this video, go on X, type in Larry Ellison, type in AI surveillance. You'll see what he talks about. Talk about Larry Ellison, Oracle, um, Israel. Type in that. You'll see what he is all about. He's no good. He literally wants to turn America into China. He wants to turn it into China. And when I seen Candace Owens promote Oracle, I was so dumbfounded. I was like, wow, like this bitch. Stop! Like, stop making me go crazy. Like, I really feel like everyone's an op. No one out there is serious. Either she just doesn't know, or either she's a fucking op. What she's doing right now with Brigitte Macron and Emmanuel Macron, I really like what she's doing, but Candace, like, bitch, if you promote Oracle one more fucking time, bitch, I swear to God, I'm gonna do multiple videos on this bitch. I kid you not. She's gonna if she thinks that going after what's his name Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift is crazy. Oh, bitch, I will go after you 10 times more harder. I'll make multiple videos a day on Candace Owens and why I think she's an op and why I think that it's insane that she's promoting Oracle, who wants to implement mRNA Vs to detect cancers. It's like, first of all, did you improve it, or is it the same technology that murdered many people and gave children myocarditis? Like, I would like to know, like, and gave so many people injuries. Um, because I've looked at a lot of different people who have a lot of different issues from taking that V, and which is the same thing that Trump has, pushed out to his own MAGA supporters out there. And a lot of people were against it, but a lot of people did take it. I see a lot of these influencers that are so pro MAGA. They're like, oh, people are not as crazy as y'all are about the V, and like, like people are taking the V because they're used to it. That's what they grew up on. They thought that was efficient for their life, and people have been taking the V's forever. But it's like, okay, just because people have been taking it forever doesn't mean it's good. Just like people have been eating seed oil since the 1970s. What has happened? People have gotten worse. They've gotten obese. Like, duh. I just fucking hate everybody. I fucking hate everybody so much. Like, you're so stupid. Like, oh my God, these people are so fucking stupid. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. And we sit here as sitting ducks, just waiting. We're just waiting. We're sitting here waiting like this. There's no eggs. We have low quality food. Like there's immigrants, illegal immigrants taking our jobs. They're perpetuating that we should continue to have even more immigrants despite being legal and having H-1B visas. We want them to come in our country even more. Despite we can't even deport illegal immigrants. But we will own Gaza. We will own Gaza, bitch. We will own Gaza. We would displace them and put them in Europe, where all these white people are already bombarded with all these other Muslims and Africans that are literally murdering, kidnapping, and wanking in front of their fucking like bedroom windows. Like, are you kidding me? Like, it's I don't get you guys. I don't get you fucking bitches out there. I don't get it. Like, how can you sit there and be quiet about that? Because all it's gonna do is come right back at you. That's why it's important. We really have to start, carrying, like bearing the arms, girl. Because I really think shit is going to hit the fan. You think that after we've dismantled these people's livelihoods, you think they're going to come into our country peacefully? I'm sorry. If I was a Palestinian, I would turn into a person that would want to do harm to those people who've done harm to me. Like Hamas, for example, they call them the resistance. You don't think that there are people who are the quote unquote resistance in that group because of what they have endured of the terror of bombs falling on their fucking heads every single day? Oh my god, you people are so fucking stupid. Absolutely stupid. Absolutely deranged. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. And you fall for it every fucking time. I can't believe it. But I believe it. You're stupid. You're stupid. You're gullible. You think they're on your side and they're not. We're trying to merge Mexico and Canada. That's a whole different thing I can get into. That's a whole different thing. That is a NWO New World Order written on the wall, bitch. And no one wants to talk about that. That's my next video I'm going to talk about. I sure am. I'm going to put the videos up and we're going to sit here and talk about that because what is it called? The Northern Union is within the maps of the World Economic Forum's like wet dream. That's what they want. Oh my god. It is so scary, you guys. Like shit is hitting the fan. And it's slowly but surely happening. But we're unbanning straws, like plastic straws. Like men shouldn't be in women's sports, duh. We're recognizing there's only two genders, duh. Like, it's only just begun.